Okay,
Since
so I saw this video, every unexplained plot point in the digital circus. And, like, he explains a bunch of stuff, and he says a bunch of stuff that is just wrong. So I feel like I need to get my frustrations out. First thing he says, oh, it's a bunch of abstracted humans we didn't get to learn about. I'm like, yeah, so, like, all those abstracted doors in episode 1, all they were meant to do was just show, hey, other people had abstracted. A bunch of people had abstracted. And then he
Mark
says,
shows up, the circus is in the best state it's ever been in.
no, it wasn't in the best state it's ever been in. People were still miserable about getting stuck there. Kinger is still crazy. Kane's still forcing them to go on life-threatening adventures. The only reason it looks good is because it's from Jax's perspective, and Jax was happy at that point in time. Next he says Scratch.
Archer was essentially wasted. He was equal to Kinger in programming skill. Those two were essentially the minds behind the AI.
Okay, but, like, we don't need to know anything more about him. He created the brain scanning device because he had a tumor in his head. So, yeah, that's it. Like, a character can be mentioned. We don't need to know every single last detail about them. So what? That was all he was meant to do. Next, he says the mind files.
10 of them. But why is there 10? There were 7 humans in the original cast, not 10. If we include the 4 unnamed humans, that makes it 11. But those don't count anyway, because they joined after Ragatha. Maybe 3 of these prototypes were...
Okay. So, they literally said the mind files were impossibly small and really hard to work with. So, I know Kane got them working, but it took a lot of energy and time. So it makes sense if there were still a bunch he wasn't able to get right. Like, that's just using common sense. Next says Kane's return
He
doesn't
was
make
deleted,
sense.
he was teleported there, but it's just not illustrated that way in the show. I don't actually mind Kane returning. The little moments at the end where he becomes one of the...
Okay. Kane returning makes sense, first of all. The void is very obviously a recycling bin. Just because data is deleted doesn't mean it's overwritten. It's still there in the files.
Kane wasn't able to transfer them into the game properly, but this just isn't conveyed at all. It genuinely comes across as a plot hole. It's bizarre. Hang on, Kane just reappears in the void. We don't find out how the deletion worked.
Yeah, when you get deleted, you get put in the recycling bin, and the data stays there until it's overwritten. That's just how it works. Like, if you know any knowledge about computers, you know that. And plus, we know that Kane was able to escape being deleted before. That's what that scene in episode 8 was, where he got trapped in that box. That was very obviously conveyed as him escaping the recycling bin, and then he did the same thing again. It would make no sense if the AI failed and they just, like, kept it in, like, a contained network. No, they would delete it. They would delete it if it doesn't work. I could go on and on, but my point is, you don't need to have something directly told to you for it to make sense. All the stuff in here makes sense. People are just nitpicking and being an asshole to Gooseworks for no reason.